Can't you see I'm trying to watch the news here?
Oh! Is it interesting? I've never seen the news. So, what are we gonna do tonight, OCG?
Well, the same thing we try to do every night, Bertram. Take over YouTube.
Please note, OCG is a fictional character. Any resemblance to persons alive, dead, or undead is purely coincidental.
Shut up, Bertram.
Okay, shutting up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, joined once again by my faithful manservant / fucktotem Bertram. Say hello, Bertram.
Hello, Bertram.
And this is our live stream for Insert Game Title here. So let me just begin by saying that this stream was made for children. I mean, not made for children. So, Mum and Dad, if you decide to show this to your children, maybe mute the audio. Now, let's commence with the profanity-strewn livestream that contains references to sex, mutilation, and torture. Ha ha ha! I'm only kidding. There is no torture. Did you know, Bertram, that I met Mega Man myself recently? Yes. I mean, the chap's in his 40s now, has a glass eye, walks with a bit of a limp. So I decided to follow him, see where he went. Luckily for me, he visited the local gentleman's toilets. And when he was urinating in that hole-in-the-wall thing, I thought I would just have a little peek, see what Mega Man is packing. But as it turns out, Bertram, he's not so much a Mega Man. Okay. For the last time, Bertram, you are not a monkey. Therefore, you are not allowed to throw poo at me. Okay? And another...
OCG, I think the toilet's blocked again.
Be quiet, Bertram. Can't you see I'm trying to watch the news here?
Oh! Is it interesting? I've never seen the news.
Oh yes, very interesting, Bertram. It usually features some of my favorite things, including stories of violence and of sexual misconduct. In fact, instead of me telling you about it, why don't we sit down and watch the news together?
Must we? I was going to go watch an episode of Peppa Pig.
Yes, Bertram, we must. And who knows? We might grow as friends through watching the news together.
Oh, okay. Good evening.
Don't let them
This
get away.
is the news. I am News, the newsman. Tonight's top story. A man has been arrested in Dorset, suspected of being a Scooby-Doo villain. Brian Marston had apparently been trying to scare the residents of a local nursing home while dressed up as a giant penis. Mr. Masterson was only unmasked when one of the residents' grandchildren caught him, in their words, going pee-pee. When asked to comment on his arrest, Mr. Masterson turned and said, in a very proud voice, that he would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids. In other news, a woman has been arrested under suspicion of breastfeeding her husband in the middle of a McDonald's restaurant. When asked to comment on why she was breastfeeding her husband, the woman, who shall be called Anonymous, simply
How unprofessional, Bertram. I've never seen a newsman laugh at one of his own stories.
Yes, indeed. Apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. It might have sounded like I was laughing at the news story of the woman breastfeeding her husband, but it was in fact technical difficulties. So, when the woman was asked to comment on why she was breastfeeding her husband, she simply stated that McDonald's did not have any milk, and her husband is partial to a glass of milk. Now, let's hear about today's weather from the weatherman. Go ahead, weatherman.
Right, we can turn this off now, Bertram.
Don't you want to hear about the weather?
Oh, no, Bertram. Let's just do what we're supposed to be doing and concentrating on this game.
Isn't it amazing that somehow the game has been playing itself while we did this whole comedic skit bit?
Yes, Bertram, remarkable. In fact, I suppose now's as good a time as any, but I've actually employed some help who is actually going to play the video games just whilst we go off on these kind of tangents where we do comical skits and the like.
Oh, you haven't introduced us?
Well, that's because, well, you see, the thing is, Bertram, in order for me to employ this individual, I had to somehow convince them that I was living completely alone.
So you didn't tell them about me?
No, Bertram, sadly not. So, when this new employee of mine, comes over to play the video games, while we go off on our comedic skits, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, I would like for you to go into the closet and close the door. And not make a peep, not even stick your head out until said employee has left.
Does this employee have a name?
What are you talking about, Bertram? I've already told you their name.
Have you?
Yes! Employee.
Oh!
No, Bertram.
Yes, OCG?
I have absolutely the worst job in the world.
Really, OCG?
Yes, Bertram. Now let me tell you why. I spent all day playing video games. Every single second of every single minute of every single hour of the entire 24-hour day, I spent playing video games. Doesn't that sound like a bloody nightmare?
No, not really.
Well, it is. 'Tis an absolute unmitigated nightmare. While all of my beloved viewers...
You mean all 4 of them?
Shut up, Bertram! While all of my beloved viewers are out there working 9 to 5 or 10 to 6 to feed their families or buy a new car or go and see a prostitute or take their mistresses on holiday or buy 1,527 Krispy Kreme donuts, while you, the average person, the commoners, are out working, slaving away in probably some piece of shit office somewhere, or working as a bin man, or in McDonald's, or working in a bank, or working as a teacher in a school, while you're out there slaving away, giving your blood, sweat and tears, I am here, playing video games. I know, you want to feel sorry for me, but I tell you, don't, dear viewer. Do not give me your sympathy. I don't deserve it. You are out there doing awful work, like working in McDonald's, working in a bank, etc., etc. And I'm here playing video games all day long. And I'm here to tell you that it's an absolute unmitigated nightmare. If you think your job is bad, then I want you to just think of what I do all day long. 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I am playing bloody video games.
Are you being sarcastic, OCG?
No, Bertram, I am not being sarcastic. I'm telling you right here, right now, that I have the worst job in the world. Even people that clean toilets don't have as bad a job as I do. Even nurses who work in nursing homes that clean up after old geriatric people that shit themselves while watching daytime television. I'm telling you that even as bad as that job is, mine is 1,000 times worse. I have the worst job in the world. I sit here all day long playing video games while you're out there earning money for your bloody children and your bloody relatives and saving up to buy a new bloody car or whatever you're doing. I'm here playing video games, sitting on my fat backside in front of my rather large television or monitor if you're a PC gamer. So I'm sitting here in front of my large television monitor if you're a PC gamer, doing absolutely nothing but playing video games, drinking gin, eating as much as I'm content to do so from the relative safety of my home. And you're out there working. And I just want to tell you, dear viewer, that I have the worst... I'm sorry. I couldn't keep it going, Bertram. I couldn't hold it in.
I knew you were joking.
Of course I'm joking, Bertram. Worst job in the world. I have the best job in the world. And all you stupid people out there, you all have the worst jobs in the world. You all want to be me. You all want to be in my shoes and do nothing but play video games all day. But you can't, because you all have fucking children and fucking families and mistresses and holidays and all that bollocks. I get to sit here and think only of myself.
Andy!
Yes, and you. I occasionally think about you. Mostly how I'm going to throw you out of the window, or how I'm going to poison your dinner, or how I'm going to make your sleeping arrangements even more uncomfortable than they are. But yes, you do occasionally enter my mind, Bertram.
So what have we learned today, OCG?
That you all suck, and I'm the best.
If you say so. Wait a minute. This game doesn't look like Crash Bandicoot.
Well done, Bertram. Have a gold star and a complimentary pat on the head. This is indeed not Crash Bandicoot.
But you promised we could play Crash Bandicoot.
I did no such thing.
Yes you did. Right before you got abducted by aliens. And then sued them for prodding your backside in a very inappropriate way.
Abducted? Aliens? Very? Bertram, could you have been dreaming?
Oh yeah, I was dreaming.
Well, that explains it.
Do you remember when you got cursed by that gypsy woman and your pee-pee fell off? What was her name again? You know, the ugly bitch that cursed you.
Wasn't it your mother?
Oh yeah, it was. So, are we gonna play Crash Bandicoot now?
In the name of Isaac Newton and his shriveled genitals. We discussed this already. I never said we would play Crash Bandicoot.
Yes you did. Right before you were...
Abducted by aliens. Yes, you dreamt that, Bertram. Remember?
Oh yeah! Is this game scary?
Well, I would say it's more silly than scary.
Oh, well, at least that begins with an S too.
Good job seeing the positive side, Bertram.
In a way, I'm glad it's not scary. I don't really feel up to washing any more of your soiled boxer shorts.
I resent that. I actually wear Y-fronts. What the hell am I supposed to be doing in this game?
I went to hell once.
No, you didn't.
Yes I did.
It's go
No,
time.
you didn't.
Yes I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes I did. No, actually, I didn't.
I thought so.
If you were to make a video game, what would you call it, OCG?
I would call my video game
I think we're out of
Jesus Christ in Nail Me to the Cross Again and see what you get, motherfucker.
Oh,
Yes, I am bloody hilarious.
offensive too.
Very. I once gave Gordon the Goofy Gorilla an enormous wedgie and drew a penis on his head while he was sleeping.
Oh, whatever happened to Gordon the Goofy Gorilla?
Well, I believe he was shot by the hunter out of Jumanji.
Oh no!
Don't be too sad, Bertram. He was turned into a wonderful rug.
Nice.
Oh, that's not any better. Now people can walk all over him.
People were always walking over Gordon, especially that wife of his, Petra, the professional prostitute.
Speaking of professional prostitutes, can we watch Star Wars later?
What the hell does professional prostitutes have to do with Star Wars?
Because, some professional prostitutes like Star Wars?
Ah, you know, I've never been much of a Star Wars fan, but Star Horse, well, that's much more my thing.
Well, that's because you're a pervert.
How have you known that I am the latest in a long line of perverts, Bertram? My father was a pervert. My grandfather was a pervert. My great-great-grandfather was a pervert. My great-great-great-grandfather...
Was a pervert?
No. Surprisingly, he was an artist.
Oh!
Yes. Apparently, he was quite shit. Did you know, Bertram, that I have a black belt in karate? I am a master of ninjutsu. I have studied taekwondo. I have a degree in bitch slapping. But for some bizarre reason, I still punch like this. I'm like a geriatric with constipation. Look again,
Turtle power!
You see what I'm saying? And don't even get me started. Bertram, did you know that somewhere in the world, at this exact moment, there is a woman touching herself and thinking about him? And also, in another corner of the world, Bertram, did you know there is a man currently touching himself and thinking about him?
OCG, didn't you have an affair with a Smurf once?
No. You're getting confused about that time I had an illicit encounter with one of the Care Bears.
Oh!
I do enjoy those children's shows. Oh, speaking of children, please remember, dear viewer, that this playthrough is most definitely not for children. So, don't let me catch any of you children out there watching this.
What if you can't tell they're a child?
Do you mean if a child is wearing a false mustache?
Yes.
I don't
It's
know.
go time.
Where did the child acquire the false mustache?
They bought it from a man selling false mustaches on the streets.
Ah, well, then provided the child is wearing
the last
a
we'll see
false
of him.
mustache,
Keep
they
moving, guys. Don't
can
stop.
watch this playthrough.
What if they're wearing a false beard?
I'll get back to you on that one. I must say, Bertram, this game is pretty as a picture.
What picture?
Most likely a picture of Ava Green.
With clothes on or off?
Oh, definitely off.
Oh yeah, that is a pretty picture. You don't have a copy of that picture by any chance, do you?
I have 1,246 pictures of Ava Green, and you can't have any of them.
Oh, what would a video game based on us be called?
Ruben Crowley and Bertram Butler.
Had enough
Ass to mouth. No, actually, scratch that.
How about Ruben Crowley and Bertram Butler, guilty as charged?
Oh no. Oh no. That's bollocks, Bertram.
Well, it's better than ass to mouth.
Nothing is better than ass to mouth. Actually, scratch that.
Oh, I forgot to ask, but how many subscribers do we have now on here?
Not bloody enough.
I told you before, OCG. We need to expand our repertoire. Make videos on more niche subjects.
For the last time, Bertram, I am not making videos of myself showering.
Oh, but it would be hilarious. You have a very, odd body shape.
I'm going to forget you just said that, Bertram. You know, Bertram, I procured this game for free. And I definitely did not shoplift it from my local game. Nope, absolutely not. You know, I haven't seen value for money like that since I got 75% off at my local massage establishment.
Isn't that a brothel?
Yes, Bertram, it is. Why don't you say it a little louder? I don't think my wife quite heard you.
Isn't that a brothel?
I was being sarcastic, you crumbly biscuit.
Oh. So tell me, how did you get 75% off?
Well, my lady of choice had recently been in an unfortunate helicopter accident and was now simply a head on a stick.
Oh.
She had a mouth on her, I can tell you.
And not much else, it would seem. Doesn't your wife disagree with this little hobby of yours?
Well, she doesn't know. My first wife found out, so I did the natural thing and plotted to murder her.
And did you succeed in killing her, I mean?
Sadly, not. The stupid woman managed to flush herself down the toilet before I got the chance to put my plan into action.
How? How does one flush themselves down the toilet?
Well, it's more common than you might think, Bertram. Though usually just with small.
One of a kind.
I heard Peter Dinklage had a close call while taking a toilet break on the set of Game of Thrones. Why aren't you laughing, Bertram? What are you doing?
I thought I saw a raisin on the ground, so I ate it.
And?
It was actually one of Bertie's poo-poos.
Remind me again. Who is Bertie?
My mouse.
I hope that's not a euphemism.
I don't know what that is.
Well, it's a... You know what? Never mind.
That's the last we'll see.
Oh, yes, Bertie. That thing you keep in your pockets.
That thing is called Bertie. It's like Bertram, but it's not.
Thank you for educating me on that, Bertram. Could you and your mouse please pay attention? How are you supposed to laugh at my jokes if you keep getting distracted with raisins?
It was a poo-poo. At least I think it was.
You leave the thinking to me, Bertram. I'm the brains in this operation. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm just off to stick my fingers in a wall socket. I've run out of coffee, and I need a little boost. Ow! That hurts. Ow! That hurts. Ow! That hurts.
You heard him, dear viewer. He's the brains of the operation.
Shut up, Bertram, and telephone me an ambulance. I appear to have electrocuted myself.
What about the stream?
Oh yes. Well, let's finish the stream first.
Is this a horror game?
This is as much a horror game as I am a relatively normal human being who most certainly does not keep his wife in a cage in the basement. Now, most horror games these days have you running away from a wanker in a Halloween costume.
I had to play hide and seek with a wanker last Halloween.
But you played that with me.
Oh.
Wanker indeed. Ha!
Well, at least you're a well-dressed wanker.
Enough, punk?
Yes, 'tis true. 'Tis true. So, to answer your question, Bertram, this is not a horror game. There is a distinct lack of blood.
Oh, that's a shame. You do love blood.
Yes, quite. Ever since that chap with the pointy teeth gave me that unattractive love bite on my neck, I've had such a craving for the stuff.
Oh no! You're turning into an umpire!
I think you mean a vampire.
Oh!
And never mention anything related to sports in my presence again. The only thing I hate more than games that don't let you customize your genitals is sports.
Noted!
Before we carry on with the play, here's a message from our sponsor.
We have a sponsor?
We do. I promised Edwin I'd let him say a few words.
Edwin? As in your perverted brother, Edwin? The man who holds the Guinness World Record for the longest sustained erection?
36 years and counting. Yes. So, without much further ado, may I present my brother, Edwin Waxter. Oh,
That's Ninja
thank you, brother. I'll spank.
Brang droids,
I
I
mean,
hate you
thank you later. So, dear viewer, I'm going to tell you my foolproof strategy to conquering any beat 'em off, beat 'em up game. Are we ready? That's what she said. Ho ho ho. Now, to conquer any beat 'em off, beat 'em up game, all you have to do is treat your controller like a beautiful woman. Yes, hit random buttons and magic will happen. Oh. Now, if you'll excuse me, Mustache, I've got a date with a juggler, and I hear he has a lovely set of balls. Ho, 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 oh my, oh no, oh my. Ha, ha, my brother Edwin, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, he scares me.
Oh, don't worry, Bertram. Just, never turn your back on him and your rear will be safe.
What?
Oh, nothing. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Bertram. Edwin will be coming to stay with us for a while.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Something about him being on the run or hiding or some other nonsense. I said he could sleep in your bed, Bertram.
Oh no!
Oh, yes.
Oh no!
Oh, yes.
Oh no!
Oh, that's quite enough of that.
Why does your brother have a different surname than you?
Well, you see, because Edwin took his wife's surname.
What? He's married? Who the hell would marry him?
Well, he's not married in the conventional sense. You see, Edwin was the first man in history to marry his own scrotum.
His scrotum has a name?
Oh, yes, yes. Wilhelmina Wagster. Willie, for short.
Oh, I'm sorry I asked now. Oh, I meant to tell you, OCG, but you offended me earlier when you said, something offensive about me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bertram. I'll tell you a joke to make you feel better.
No, there's really no need.
I insist. So, what do you call a Terminator prostitute?
I don't know, OCG. What do you call a Terminator prostitute?
I'll bareback. Ha ha ha!
I don't get it.
You know, instead of I'll be back, it's I'll bareback. You know, because prostitutes often offer bareback, which means you don't need protection.
Protection? Like a gun?
No, you moron, like a cord. You know what? Never mind. 'Twas a very funny joke.
I was watching a documentary this morning on CG, and apparently the world is ruled over by lizard people. Is that true, OCG?
That's correct, Bertram. That is correct. But, let's just keep the fact that I just said that between us. I can't bear to get locked up in that asylum again.
Oh, yes. You told me horror stories about that place.
Oh, yes, yes. The food was nightmarish.
Didn't you also say you were forced to perform fellatio?
Good Lord, no, no. I befriended a guard called Horatio.
Oh, oops, sorry.
And I wasn't forced to perform fellatio. I did it willingly in exchange for a bottle of gin.
Oh, you dirty swine.
No, not wine. Gin. Gin. G-I-N. Gin. Not wine. Gin. Nothing like wine. Not red wine. Not white wine. Just gin. Gin. Are you understanding me, Bertram? I am talking about gin. Bertram. You've fallen asleep again, haven't you? Bastard.
Do you like retro-inspired platformer games, OCG? You know, games like Shovel Knight and, Curse of the Moon?
No. And let me tell you why, Bertram. So, here is OCG's guide to why all retro 8-bit platformers are absolute arse or bollocks, whichever you prefer. Number 1, knockback. Enemies can knock you back and cause your character to fall into an instant death pit or spikes. Knockback can go to hell. Number 2, bosses with seemingly infinite life bars. You have to beat on these bastards harder than an obsessive compulsive masturbator. The boss fights can go to hell. Number 3, opposite to the problem with the boss fights, often our playable character dies in only a few hits and is often as soft as I am watching the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy.
Oh, that's an erection joke.
You're absolutely right, Bertram. Well done, you. So, playable characters that die in a few hits
Gotta avoid those
can
rails if
go
you don't
to
wanna hit.
hell. Number 4, sequences when you ride a hoverbike. Does anyone remember Battletoads? Need I say more? Hoverbike sequences can go to hell. Number 5, my wife. Now this has nothing to do with video games. I really hate my wife. My wife can go to hell. Number 6, the stupid 80s Pac-Man level sound effects when you find health on a power pickup.
What sound effects?
You know,
That's getting it done.
boing.
Ooh, got some pizza here.
Oh, I understand.
Good. So the bing sound effects can go to hell. Number 7. I don't have a number 7. Number 8.
Ooh,
The
it's all
same
over
as
but
number
falling
7.
down.
Number 9. Enemies that fire projectiles at you constantly.
Oh yeah, they annoy me. There was this one time, I was playing
what did you
Ninja
say?
Gaiden, and
Shut up, Bertram. So, enemies that fire projectiles can go to hell. And finally, number 10. To throw a grenade, you have to press 2 bloody buttons. Usually up on the D-pad and another button. Not only is this annoying, but what if you only had one finger on your hand? You would be fucked. And that's why I hate retro-inspired platformer game, things.
Well, that's the last we'll
Does
see
that
of him.
answer your question, Bertram?
yes?
Did you know, Bertram, that I first played this game when I was no taller than Peter Dinklage?
Oh wow! And how tall are you now?
Can't you tell? You're looking at me, you idiot.
Oh yeah! This is embarrassing. Beam me up, Scotty.
Beam me up. Have you been watching Star Trek again?
No,
Bertram,
but I love it.
I told you what happened to me when I attended that Star Trek convention in 1993, didn't I?
Yes?
I can't even look at a Klingon without having traumatic flashbacks.
Remind me what he did again.
Well, it was 1993. I was in attendance at a Star
step,
Trek
boys. It's pretty
convention
dark in
in the great city of London. I brought a guest with me. 'Twas my favorite teddy bear.
What was he called?
He was called It Rubs Solution on its skin.
And did he have a surname?
Yes, it was, or else it gets the hose again. But I just called him Bill for short. Anyway, long story short, I accidentally dropped Bill, and as I reached down to retrieve him, a bloody Klingon appeared from nowhere, trampled Bill, and then just walked away.
Oh, bastards!
Bill was in tatters, clinging to life. I attempted to administer CPR, but the damage was done. Bill died in my arms.
And that's why you hate Star Trek?
Yes, I have never recovered from Bill's death.
I'm surprised your mother didn't buy you a new teddy bear.
She did. That same day, in fact.
Then what's the problem?
Never thought of it like that before. You're right, Bertram.
Does that mean I can watch Star Trek now?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it would appear that a vampire has just crawled into my room and bitten me, somewhere out of sight. Now, while I attend to that, Bertram here will take over the stream and entertain you the only way he knows how. By talking bollocks.
Okay, play the game. OCG, am I supposed to commentate? OCG, oh, he's in the title.
Who let the dog? You know this is
So, nice weather we've been having. No, not really actually. So, I'm Bertram. But you already knew that. I like singing, gaming obviously, but I'm also fond of a long walk. Well, I used to be before well, you know. Do you think being set on fire would be painful? I mean, I've been electrocuted, beaten, fallen down the stairs, broken every bone in my body, being run over, being bitten by a badger, drowned, suffocated, being asphyxiated, which is the same as suffocated, it just sounds fancier. I've been thrown, mutilated, stabbed, shot, winded, assaulted, cut in half, cut into quarters, glued back together, tied up, hoisted, hung, hanged, strangled, mocked, glassed. But I've never been set on fire. So, do you think it's painful? Oh, look, OCG is back.
What are you talking about, you miserable pile of bones and bad fashion?
Oh, thank God you're back. Here, take the bloody controller and play your game.
You know, Bertram, I'm so glad modern RPGs are slowly starting to become more action-focused. Goodbye, turn-based battles. I'll miss you as much as I miss my Uncle Fredrickson.
Oh, did he die?
Oh, don't worry, Bertram. We won't be attending his funeral. He was a prick. Oh, I wish it was 2004. I was so much younger then. It was also the year I remember fondly as the year I lost my virginity for the second time to a sadomasochist in a gorilla costume. 'Twas a Halloween party.
Oh, what did you dress up as that year?
Your mother. Which meant I had a blonde wig, wrote the word whore on my forehead, and wore the smallest pair of fake breasts known to man.
Oh, you're cruel.
Haha. It took you this long to figure that out, Bertram. So I said to him, "Look here, Governor. I in absolutely no way wish to have sex with your wife. For two reasons, actually. Number one, she's not incredibly attractive. Number two, the woman is a bloody zombie. Now, personally, sir, I don't know about you, but I prefer my women to have a little more meat on their bones." And do you know what he said to me then, Bertram? "Just wait till you get a bloody load of this." He said, Bertram, what are you doing with that copy of Resident Evil 2?
I was going to play it.
Oh.
It's go time.
I'll make the jokes around here, Bertram. Put that disc down before you cut your own throat with it or something.
Let's take these guys.
Oh, that only happened once.
Now, forgive me if I sound distracted, dear viewer. I am currently spying on my wife as she takes a walk in the garden with the man that I believe to be her lover.
I think they're kissing.
Be quiet, Bertram. If they hear you, the game is up.
Turtle power.
Sorry.
What are you doing now?
Eating a sandwich?
Light and dice.
Fine. Do it quietly. I can't see bloody anything.
Where are your glasses?
You stood on them, remember?
Oh, that's right. I don't know why I'm happy about that.
Because you take pleasure in my pain, apparently. Wait, what's my wife doing now?
I think she's urinating.
That woman has absolutely no pride. Keep your eyes peeled, Bertram. Bertram, are you now urinating?
Turtle power.
I forgot to go before we left.
What's wrong with you people? We are gentlemen. Gentlemen do not urinate outdoors. Damn it! Now I need to go. Forgive me, dear viewer.
Wait. I think they're kissing now.
Let me see. Let me see, you idiot. They're not kissing. Can't you see that machete? The chap has obviously stabbed her.
Should we help her?
No, let's not do that. You know, Bertram, I was abducted by aliens once. Yes, quite a few years ago now. And let me just say that the anal probing that everyone seems to have a problem with, it really wasn't that bad. And I'll tell you another thing.
I have you annoying reptile
Bucker
just
me
where I want you.
Oh, blast from the past.
OCG.
Yes, Bertram?
Why are you dressed like that?
Well, Bertram, I thought that since we're going to be talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles today, I thought that I would dress myself like a teenager.
Keep away
Why?
from me.
Do you not approve of my attire?
You look like someone's very uncool uncle.
Shut up, Bertram! Anyway, did I tell you about the story of the turtle and the hare, Bertram?
I don't think so.
Well, you see, the turtle, my dear manservant, turned out to be a serial killer. So he cut up the hair, put parts of his body in the microwave,
That was
and
one
cooked
ugly
him.
cranks.
Isn't that a lovely story, Bertram?
What are you doing?
Well, isn't it obvious, Bertram? Can't you see that I have clearly died, and I'm waiting for the Grim Reaper to come and take my soul to heaven?
Really?
No, not really, Bertram. We're still waiting for this bloody lighting technician to get here. When did you say he should arrive? He was supposed to be here 6 hours ago.
Lighting technician?
Yes, you know the one you were supposed to call today.
Take these guys.
Today?
You did call the lighting technician, didn't
That's
you,
getting
Bertram?
it done.
Of course. Just give me 1 minute.
Bertram? Bertram! Where are you going? Get back. I bet it is not called the lighting
Watch
technician.
out! I don't think this big weird eye
Exactly
is
what's
only
going on
gonna
here. Why am I talking to myself? So, Bertram, you previously asked me in our last session, how does one spot a zombie? So, I've done a little bit of research, just for your benefit, Bertram. And I have here 3 ways that you can conclusively identify if someone is a zombie or not. Number 1, they will have a bad use of the English language. Now please, Bertram, do not confuse a zombie with a drunk Scottish person. I mean, I can see how it could be confusing, but they will often speak, how can I demonstrate? They'll make lots of noises. Now, would you like me to repeat that, Bertram? They'll make lots of noises, often combined with this gesture, or perhaps this gesture, or this gesture, maybe even this gesture. But the thing that will give away that it's a zombie will be the... Okay, number 2. They will have awful personal hygiene. Yes, no doubt they will smell similar to
Got some pizza here.
something like the armpits of a fat Xbox fanboy. Or like that little bit of skin between your genitals and your anus. Yes. Number 3. They will have a penchant for brains. What that means, Bertram, is they like to eat brains. So you'll be perfectly safe should a zombie apocalypse ever befall us. So, they will make noises like, they will have bad hygiene, and they like eating brains. So I hope you keep that all in, Bertram, because there'll be a test next, you know, Bertram, I consider myself to be something of a psychic.
A psycho?
No, Bertram, not a psycho, a psychic. It means that I can read people's thoughts, predict the future, that kind of thing. So, for example, I know that in exactly 3 seconds, I am going to urinate in my underwear. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. And there we are. Psychic, just like I said. And another thing. Oh, shit. You remember Rayman, Bertram?
Oh, I don't like Rayman.
Why?
He stole my last chocolate bar.
Bertram, have you been drinking the bleach again? You know as well as I do that Rayman is not real. Therefore, he could not have stolen your last chocolate bar.
But I saw him. It was the middle of the night,
sorry
so
to
I
break up
couldn't
your
get a good
party,
look at him.
Subprime.
But he was
Hey, let's
standing
hurry.
by the fridge, and he was completely naked.
That was me, Bertram.
It was?
Yes?
Why were you naked?
Well, you see, I often like to take raw meat from the fridge and rub it against my body.
I see. Have you been drinking the bleach again?
Shut up, Bertram. The point is, Rayman is not real. He is a video game character. Ooh, that reminds me. Lara Croft is coming round later to clean the conservatory.
Please note, OCG is a fictional character. Any resemblance to persons alive, dead, or undead is purely coincidental.
So, my psychiatrist has told me I need to engage more with you commoners. So, please tell me down below. What do you think of this game? Like it? Love it? Want to crawl into bed and make passionate love to it? Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a 3-minute intermission during which I may or may not be using the toilet. Now, have no fear, in my absence, my manservant Bertram will take over the stream and entertain you. May God have mercy on your souls. Take it away, Bertram.
Maybe I'll tell you that poem. Yes! There once was a chap called Bertram. His friends, they did desert him. But then he met Sir OCG. He's been very bad to me. He hit me once with his car. He strangled me, it was bizarre. Despite that though, I still survived. That's not how Bertram finally died. Late one night I heard a ghost. I ignored it and craved some toast. Went down the stairs to make a snack, when suddenly, panic attack. I fell, it must be 20 flights. My body crashed with all its might into a fuse box, what a jolt. Got fried on 50,000 volts. There once was a chap called Bertram. A witch doctor did revive him. And now I work for OCG, lie on this couch eternally. I watch him make his little streams, he just makes fun of everything. All the while I plot his end, I swear one day I'll have revenge.
Right, Bertram, I'm back. That's quite enough of that bollocks. You didn't tell the viewers that terrible poem you wrote, did you?
No?
Good. Absolutely appalling. Oh my god!
Guys, there's a storm.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm not doing anything.
I'm not talking to you, Bertram. I'm talking to him. Or her. Yes, you there. You watching this stream. No, not you, the other one. The other one that's watching this stream. That's right, you. I'm talking to you. Don't think I can't see you. I might be concentrating on this game, but I can assure you I have cameras everywhere. So I can see what you're doing there. Your hand in your trousers. Get them out at once. Do it. No, not just one hand. Take both of them out. That's right. Good. Right, now you just watch the stream and behave, okay?
I'm confused.
Well, Bertram, it's quite simple. I just caught one of our viewers masturbating.
Oh!
Yes.
This way, guys.
Disgusting habits.
Got some pizza
Nope,
here.
don't put your hands back in. That's right, you pick up that soda or soft drink or whatever the hell you want to call it. You just use your hands to pick that up. Oh, I meant to tell you, Bertram, but my old fencing instructor Stan died this morning.
Oh, poor Stan.
Poor Stan? There was nothing poor about him. He had enough money to buy Wakanda and put a prostitute on every street corner. We don't mourn people who are more famous than we are, Bertram.
What about people less famous than us?
Oh no. If you're less famous than us, then you're definitely not worth our attention.
So who can we mourn?
Each other, Bertram. And of course, when I say each other, I mean me. You can mourn me when I go, Bertram.
That's getting it.
Oh, I'll have a party when that happens.
What was that?
Nothing. I'm watching 2 girls, 1 cup.
You really
It's
know how to make a
gross.
girl feel welcome.
You know,
Hey there,
I
princess.
recorded my own version of that back in 2007. But my version was called One Tosser, One Teacup.
Not bad.
You don't say.
I do say. You know, I'm so glad we're playing this and not that garbage I was playing yesterday.
It's go.
What the hell was it called again? Ass to Mouth or something.
Fun.
Anyway,
Try.
I put off playing it for a very long time.
Not
And I wish I just played the bloody thing because I found it about as enjoyable as ramming a garden gnome into my urethra.
But LCG, didn't Ass to Mouth or whatever it is called get amazing reviews?
Well, viewer with the stupid voice, that game does indeed have amazing reviews. But those reviewers are lying to you. I, on the other hand, am not lying to you when I say that I would rather stick needles into my groin than play that bloody game again. The combat was too hard. The bloody boss fights were too hard. The lack of gratuitous lovemaking scenes did not make me hard. So, Ass to Mouth was an experience I'd care not to repeat in this life or the next. Unless, of course, someone's asking me to do it for real. In that case, I would be like, hell yes, I'll do that to you, attractive actor. Let's move on. Right, let's get this game finished quickly. I have an appointment with my psychiatrist today, and he told me if I was late, he would murder my wife. Which, ordinarily, I wouldn't mind. But she promised to make me macaroni and cheese for dinner tonight. And as you know, or should know, I love macaroni and cheese.
Do you ever think our streams have too much silly comedy in them?
Silly comedy? I can't say I've ever thought about it.
Shouldn't you just play the game and keep the comedy stuff to a minimum?
But if I did that, wouldn't I have to cut you out of the streams?
Why?
Because the only reason you exist is for comedy purposes. I mean, take your voice, for instance. It's ridiculous. No one actually talks like that. So clearly, you are here for comic relief.
What about your voice?
Well, what about it?
Is it not equally as ridiculous and annoying?
I never said your voice was annoying.
Oh.
Bertram, do you think my voice is annoying?
Maybe just a little.
Oh, by the way, I watched one of those murder mystery movie things last night, Bertram.
Oh, how was it?
Complicated. Frankly, it left me more dazed and confused than that time I saw a woman with 3 breasts, 5 ball sacks, and a chin larger than the Great Wall of China. I do enjoy a good murder mystery. You know, I was actually involved with a murder mystery myself once.
Oh, really?
Well, I was suspected of committing a murder, but it wasn't me. It turned out to be a midget in a bowler hat with a body odor problem. Don't look now, Bertram. That chap from next door is looking through our window again.
What chap from next door?
No, the one with the lazy eye and the hunchback.
Derek?
No, the other one. The one that's even uglier than he is.
Malcolm?
No, the other one. I think they all live together. They're a trio of very ugly people. So who's the third member of that trio?
Toby?
Yes, Toby, that's it. Yes, I think he's looking through our window. I think he's looking for you, Bertram.
Why would he be looking for me?
Well, because you are romantically entangled, are you not?
Well, not at this exact moment, we're not.
No, I don't mean right now, because obviously we're streaming this game right now, but are you not usually attached by the penis? I mean, you know, attached in a romantic sense. You not usually hang out together.
I guess so.
Yes, so you're boyfriend and boyfriend, no?
Well, I've never really thought of it that way.
Well, maybe it's time that you do start thinking of it that way, Bertram. This could be your opportunity to fly the coop, so to speak. If you and this... what was his name again? Toby. If you and this Toby decide to get married or, God forbid, have children, you could leave this place and, I'd be completely alone. I'd have no one. And that would make me very sad. No, actually, Bertram, I actually think you and Toby should, break up. I think you should break up right now. Go on over to that window and you tell that ugly mother thumper that, tell him you found someone else. Tell him I'm your boyfriend if you want. I mean, you don't have to. There's no obligation to tell him that. But I mean, if you really want to, you can tell him that. I mean, I don't really mind either way. I mean, you can do what you want. But
Oh, that isn't Toby at the window. That's Malcolm.
Oh well. Never mind what I just said then. Let's get on with the game. You know, I've been looking forward to playing this, Bertram. I bathed. I changed my underpants. Something I never do. I lit some candles. I opened a bottle of wine.
A crate of wine.
A crate of wine. All we need is some scantily clad prostitutes, and this will be a proper party.
Wouldn't they distract from the game, though?
Oh, I never really thought of that. Yes, probably for the best that there's no prostitutes here, right? I think it's time for a poem. Lady Demetresque, with the marvelous breasts, how I long to shag you where you rest. I will spill my milk upon your chest. As a lover, you're the best. Ha ha, ha 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 ha. It's not Shakespeare, I admit, but I think it sums up my feelings quite nicely.
It was most, romantic, sir.
Thank you, Bertram. I agree. I agree.
Where do you think Lady Demetresque buys her clothes?
Never mind that, Bertram. I want to know where she buys her tampons. And what size. Do tampons come in very fucking large size?
I don't know.
Well, find out, damn it. What am I paying you for?
You don't pay me.
Oh, that's right. Ha ha ha. But still, I want to know, Bertram. I have to know.
I'll see what I can do.
You know, Bertram, I do love me a bit of hacking and slashing.
Oh, is that why you have a I Heart Jack the Ripper t-shirt?
It is indeed, Bertram.
Oh, I meant to tell you, but when I last washed that t-shirt, it came out pink. Don't kill me.
Why would I kill you, Bertram? Pink just so happens to be my favorite color.
Oh, really?
No, not really. I am absolutely going to cut your bollocks off with a spoon when we finish this game.
Oh, no.
You always know I like a game when I have an erection for the duration of playing it. Ha ha.
How long have you had this particular erection?
10 hours and counting. Which either means I love this game, or there's something wrong with me.
Oh, there's plenty wrong with you.
Shut up, Bertram. So, Bertram, this game is from...
A series that you love?
a series that I love.
And you also loved this game.
And I also loved this game. Wait a minute. What are you doing, Bertram? Why are you reading from my script?
Well, I noticed that you didn't give me a lot to say outside of, oh my.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That brings an end to tonight's sex show. I mean, live stream. Damn it, I always say that. If you've enjoyed this live stream, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, well then, feel free to give me a thumbs down. Don't forget to hit that bloody like, subscribe, bell button thingy. Feel free to share this video with everyone you know. But remember the single most important thing I always tell you, dear viewer, and that is to always stay obsessed with gaming. Say goodbye, Bertram.
Goodbye, Bertram.
And we are done. Right, time to get naked and reenact the ending of Thelma and Louise. Get the car, Bertram.
But don't they die at the end?
Yes. What's your point?
Oh, this is going to hurt.